Yes, sir. War Chief firing the arrows. That means that we are ready to go. Fantasy Goats, how are you? It's fine. December 23rd. Holy smokes, the good Lord has blessed us with the Week 17 championship week in fantasy football. Of course, that is the War Chief getting ready to just like absolutely knock it out of the park for you goats. Of course, I am your shepherd, getting ready to knock it out of the park for you goats. If you're here, if you're listening, if you're watching, if you're going to catch us later, if you're going to catch us tomorrow, at any time, all you have to do is just like and subscribe. Join the Goat Nation. Many of us are celebrating early. Some of us may not be celebrating early. I'd like to get into that, War Chief. How are you? First things first. How are you on this fine Tuesday? And then please just share with us your observations, your takes, your how like myself we're marveling at the performances out of the 49ers last night. But maybe you
Yeah,
weren't.
absolutely.
Maybe you
Yeah,
weren't
well,
marveling.
yeah, no, I was definitely marveling a little bit. But no, first and foremost, of course, it's holiday week as well. So, of course, everybody, Merry
Happy
Christmas,
holidays.
Happy Holidays, so forth and so on. But it's also, like you said, it's championship week. Congratulations to the ones who made it. Also to my third place people, still you need to lock in because if you're not, if anything, make your money back. Make your money back in the third place. But no, last night's game,
Third place
it
game, of
yeah,
course.
it kind of went the way I thought it was going to go. Actually, the 49ers defense has not been good. Now I didn't expect like Alec Pierce to score two touchdowns, but I expected Phillip Rivers actually have a pretty decent game, which he did. But what I didn't expect was for Brock Purdy to throw five touchdowns. I thought with DeForest Buckner being back, it'd be a little bit tougher matchup for the 49ers, but now they were just rolling, man. And unfortunately, Kittle's injured, but I mean he had a great game before he went down with the injury.
Supposedly that was just they call it a mid to low ankle. The low ankle, better than hearing the high ankle sprain. So that supposedly he may have dodged like a real serious bullet heading into what will be their playoffs in a couple of weeks. But yeah, man, I mean like the Niners, not like the Niners were never ever losing that game. They just weren't. I mean, look, I can. Did I expect Philip Rivers to have that sort of game? I'm not. I wasn't surprised. Wasn't surprised by Philip Rivers' performance. I wasn't surprised watching that pick six that he threw. I wasn't surprised that the Colts were kind of hanging in there. But when it's all said and done, I mean,
Yeah, you knew
he
they're going to overmatch him. They were.
even right like even by him looking like he's turning back the clock. I mean, like it's still like you still see that the arm the way he throws the ball still looks the same. There wasn't much velocity on it. Same type of
No.
velocity that we saw 5 years ago. Like it's not a dead ball like what we were seeing at a tour, but it's not a football thrown by a 26-year-old or a
No.
even Aaron Rodgers still has a strong arm. What up,
Yeah.
Tyler Goat, baby? The Tyler Goat is in the house, and the J Label Goats are in the house. Yeah, CMC, man. CMC. Give him comeback player of the year, and for good measure, might as well give him offensive player of the year as
Yeah.
well. Fuck that. Excuse my language, goat. Sport dog, you goat. Taysom, the Taysom Hill. Well, I mean, who's not happy holidays to you, Chunk Goat, baby? My guy, my fucking goat, Chunk Goat, and the Sport Doggy Goat, and the Tyler Goat. I mean, like, seriously, CMC. Do you know that I lost not to CMC yesterday? I didn't lose to CMC. I lost to the scoring settings of the -2 pick. I,
Oh.
I lost by one. I was up by
Oh.
I was up by two and change, and it was that pick.
I can't
At,
believe that. That hurts.
at that time of the game, right? Like he wasn't throwing it after that. It was just based on the timing of the pick and where they were in the game.
Hmm.
But I got everything. I squeezed every ounce of fantasy production out of Brock Purdy last night and got the scenarios how it all played out in terms of, okay, you're gonna throw it to CMC. I'm playing against CMC. Go ahead, no problem. I'll give up the one rushing, no problem. And it just played out perfectly for me. Look who's the commissioner.
Nah.
Computer problems. I thought we thought you lost your phone. They're hopefully. Oh well, actually, I don't know if I should laugh. I don't know. That might actually be that could be a Greek tragedy. All right, let's get to some of these. Yeah, no, Tyler Goat, I got you, baby. I got you, Goat. All right, so this is obviously this is week 17 waiver wise. If you're new to the channel, again, please like and subscribe. Even if you are a goat, help us out. Let's find some new goats. Just hit the like. Taysom Hill, Dalton Schultz, Jake Tonges with George Skittles. Now, let me tell you something about Taysom Hill. Yeah, I may have put him on the thumbnail. I think I'm putting him on the thumbnail in more of a sentimental send-off. I'm not a big Taysom Hill fan. Not because I don't like him. I don't like the volatility that comes along with him. The production that we saw this past weekend, it's already reported. It was that day. And there's still chatter about it yesterday and today. Maybe not today, but yesterday. That it was their last home game. And Taysom Hill does not know whether he's playing again next year. So Kellen, I'm serious. Kellen Moore and him, when they got together, it was expressed that way, and they made it a point to put more opportunity in the game plan for Taysom Hill. I don't think it plays out that way on the road. This isn't a road tour now. That was a New Orleans Saints send-off almost, because it's uncertain whether he plays again. I'm going with Dalton Schultz, baby.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's wrong with Dalton Schultz here? Even if this wasn't Taysom Hill's final game at the Mercedes-Benz Dome, there's nothing wrong with Dalton Schultz, who's put together himself a nice season. And I was not a Dalton Schultz fan, War Chief, last season, but he's actually I guess you could say he surprises me. He surprised me this season. He seems like he's been a reliable weapon for CJ Stroud.
Yeah, no, I think you kind of hit the hammer with the nail on the head. He's been super reliable, like for CJ Stroud and for fantasy. I don't think he's really had any crazy games, but he's always been consistent, 10 to 12 points, and touchdowns. Feels like every other week for a little while.
It's really I think we might be able to categorize him as having a good high floor. He's not necessarily that touchdown dependent like the rest of his position, and I would have no problem starting Dalton Schultz. Jake Tonges is interesting, but I think we just saw Brock Purdy could hit any one of those guys. He could hit CMC in the air. He's gonna hit freaking was it Tonges, or was it even the third tight end who almost dragged his feet down and almost came away with a touchdown, and then he got CMC on the next play?
Yeah, that was Tonges.
It was Tonges? All right, but yeah, look, it that would be like a kind of like a boom or bust, and there isn't really that high of a ceiling with that dude either. Excuse me. So many goats, Jay. Label goats. You're in first place, Jay. The true goat, baby. I'm sport dog. Well, goats are wet like this. I had a 20-point lead. When Kittle went out, it was over. I am the champion. The money is mine. I thought this paragraph was gonna end poorly, because it says I went like this. I had a 20-point lead, then Kittle went out. It was over. So you were playing against Kittle, right? You must have been playing against him. Fantastic sport, doggy goat. I'm happy for you. I am. Even if I lose, you win. I'm happy, and that's a fact. Tyler Goat, Devontae Smith, Luther, Lex Luthor, Burden, Jaden Reed, Romeo Dobbs, Pierce Horde. Who's this last one here? Who's Dwayne's pick 1 of 4? Who's this guy? Who's this last guy? After Pierce. If you tell me that, I mean, right off the bat, I don't know if I could trust 2 or 3. And if I can't trust 3, we don't know if Romeo Dobbs would be the guy. If Romeo Dobbs isn't the guy, maybe it's Jaden Reed. And all the while, we don't know if Jordan Love's playing. Is that correct?
Yeah. I mean, if I had to choose one of those guys, I'm probably rolling with Alec Pierce. I mean,
You like,
he is just. I think he's a wide receiver one there now. I said a couple of weeks ago. He feels like a great. I hate to get ahead of myself, but he feels like a great pick for next year too, like in the 7th or 8th round. But Devontae is a little too up and down. Luther didn't practice today. Um, Jaden and Romeo, like I said, I'm not a Packer guy at all. I think Alec Pierce is the most reliable guy.
Alec Pierce looked real good yesterday. Even with Philip Rivers, he was looking good with Daniel Jones for the handful of games, few games, whatever the hell it was that they played together. Alec Pierce, it would be between him or Devontae Smith. I mean, I kind of feel, don't we feel the safest with Devontae Smith? And I know I don't really want you to play it safe either, Tyler Goat. I don't want you to play it safe. You're going for the mother-loving ship. Devontae Smith could bring it home for you like he did last week. He can score. We know what he's capable of. But
Mm-hmm.
Alec Pierce he's coming along real nicely. He is, and he's well, he's gonna. If they were smart, they'd sign him. But he may look for a bigger bag somewhere else. I would do Devontae. The war chief is with Alec Pierce playing the Jaguars, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And the Eagles got the Commanders again. No,
For the Bills.
the Bills. Oh, the Bills, the dollar
Yeah.
Bills. It would be Devontae or Alec Pierce. I'm not sure this other guy. This guy here, Tyler. I'm not sure about that guy. This D Wince. Dwince.
He said it was Josh Downs. He was typing too fast to play.
Might as well be Josh Downs. D Wince. Josh Downs too. I mean, like, look, this. I know it's a nice little story, these Colts, but I think the Jaguars closed the door on them, but good. And
More than likely.
and Philip Rivers for that matter.
I don't know. We might not see Phil Rivers next week. I think he might be done.
Right?
Yeah, I think he might be done.
No, I mean this. What about this week?
That's what I'm saying. This week, I think he's done. Like,
why would you play? I get it that they have some sort of mathematical possibility,
yeah, but not really.
like what? No, not really. Right? And again, I hate to like trample on this and be like the Debbie Downer, Mr. Negativity on a very special day, but what did the Colts accomplish by bringing Philip Rivers in for these 2 games? They lost both games.
Yeah.
Are you really telling me when we're gonna have to have a serious conversation about this, like in like the real off season? You're trying to tell me that Anthony Richardson or Riley Leonard couldn't have done any type of resemblance of what we just saw out of the Colts these last 2 weeks? They still couldn't run the ball. They took some deeper shots yesterday than they did the week before against the Seahawks at Rivers' first game. I don't know. It was to me, it was like a little bit of a malpractice. I'm not sure what did they accomplish.
No, nothing. And I said that too. I don't understand knowing that you knew that Daniel Jones had a fractured leg. You didn't bring in a veteran quarterback once, like not once. Even when Anthony Richardson hurt his eye, right? You didn't bring a quarterback in once. You didn't.
It was just that's a serious malpractice, and the Colts, Corey and the Colts are they're gonna have to figure out what the hell they're gonna do next because they
Yeah.
don't have they're running low on draft capital
Yeah.
on top of it.
No first round picks. 0.
Jason Goat, baby. There he is, motherfucking Jason Goat. I'm in 3 leagues, and I made it to the finals in 2. And the other league I'm playing for money back. That So you're still playing. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Last night I was down 25 with only Kittle left. And he got me 24.50, and I won 167.56 to 167. What a year. Fantastic. That is fantastic. Excellent. Complete opposite of my outcome. Right, Tron Goat, baby? Look at the Tron Goat here. Never forget about the Tron Goat. He went into last night down 6. I went in down 6 as well. You had the man, the OPYO, or whatever it is, or Offensive Player of the Year. And Pinheiro, my opponent had Skittles. My opponent was CMC. I had Brock. I was sweating all night until Kittle sprained his ankle, and then CMC brought it home. Damn right, man. Damn right. Damn right. Now the Niners are interesting. I kind of feel like they are still gonna. They're not gonna deviate from their personnel at this time. Still, right? They have the division sights on them, don't they, War Chief?
They have the opportunity number 1 seed.
They have the opportunity for the number 1 seed. So I don't know if we're really gonna. Oh, let's give Brian Robinson more carries, more attempts. I mean, he did his normal workload, which wasn't. He didn't do much with it either. Brock is still gonna be Brock until unless. It won't be decided this week, which is good. But in week 18, and we don't really have to worry about that too much. In week 18, depending on the outcome of this week, the Niners may be locked into a spot week 18. But again, that's moot for our purposes here. I expect the Niners to be at full strength going for their division still. Yeah, no, well, Tyler Goat, it's going to be Devontae or it's going to be Alec Pierce.
Mm-hmm.
Either of these guys are boom or bust. Devontae is usually unreliable. Not usually unreliable. You got to look at it from a. I know you're looking at it from a game per game basis. Let's look at it longer than that though. Devontae Smith has been like one of the more reliable wide receivers in the game. Period.
Yeah, I would say he's unreliable. This season, he's just more at a very not satisfying floor. Because like his floor is generally like 7 or 8 points. That's his floor. So that's I think where you're saying he's unreliable, but he's very reliable. Like he's going to get you 7 or 8 points. But what you're hoping is, of course, he gives you those 20-point weeks.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. No. Of course. And it's possible too. Look, the Eagles look like they were they were playing Madden against the Commanders over the weekend, and the Bills game will obviously be a little bit more difficult. The Bills will look to take away Dallas Goedert. All right, so I mean, look, if they take away Dallas Goedert, that narrative that Devontae Smith will have more opportunity bodes well. But again, I like Alec Pierce. I don't know about Josh Downs. He's getting all that underneath crap. It could be, for all we know, it could be Michael Pittman's game this week. I think it was reported that Rivers said I'm playing. Interesting. Well, that doesn't surprise me.
That is very interesting.
Doesn't surprise me, Jason.
It shouldn't surprise you because I mean him coming out of retirement is probably the craziest shit we've heard, and you know, it's surprising he's still playing. So whatever.
let him play another game.
Yeah, don't play our 4th overall pick. You know who?
Hi, Sniper. It's the Snipes. Congratulations to Sniper Mel. Congratulations to all the goats, by the way. But Sniper Mel is playing in the championship. And the Hellraisers. Ask me what the Hellraisers are. I will tell you it's an absolute wonky league of wonky scoring with no bench and 1 IDP. But nevertheless, Sniper's going for the ship. Once again, another ship. Bobby Goat. What a Bobby G. There he is. Hampton or Swift, War Chief. Also, Johnson or Hill. And thanks for the help this season. Respect. Thank you, Bobby Goat. Appreciate you, Bobby Goat. I'm going to go ahead. Go.
Well, I'm just. Is this Theo Johnson and Taysom Hill?
Or Juwan.
Ooh, yeah. Need a little more clarification on that. If I had to guess the running backs, I know the Bears have the 49ers this week. And the Chargers have Chargers. Ooh, Chargers have the Texans. I'm leaning toward today. This is Tuesday. Today I'm leaning towards Swift. And then like I said, just depending on Taysom Hill, or I would take Theo Johnson and Jawan Johnson over Taysom Hill. So yeah, I'll probably go with whatever Johnson you have.
Joe Johnson. I like it. Johnson. Like almost like my name, Johnson. Hampton or Swift. So if this is your running back two, these guys are probably back to back. If I had to check, probably. I like the fact that I don't know if Kamani Vidal is going to play. If he's not going to play, and Marion Hampton's been getting more work since he's been back each week over week. And we spoke about that yesterday on the key fantasy takeaways. It's like he came back to 53%. Now he was at 64%. So I mean, like the workload has been increasing for Marion Hampton. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. That there isn't. Swift, on the other hand, has a really good matchup against the Niners. I mean, DeAndre Swift has been getting there for us. He also shares with Common guy. Let's not forget, especially in the 10-yard line, inside the 10, that high value. I know it's a tough matchup for Marion Hampton. I think Marion Hampton gets there for us with about a good 12 to 14 points, and I think Swift would be the same. I really do, Bob Goat. Give me let's before I get to Snipes. Let's see where these guys are. I bet you they're back to back. Back to back, War Chief. Let's get it. Let's see where we're at. Let's see. Marion Hampton is coming in at 18. Where's Swift?
He has to be top 12.
He's not.
He's not?
He's not.
Swift?
DeAndre Swift is not top 12. DeAndre Swift is... What the hell? DeAndre Swift is ranked 25 for week 17.
That's ridiculous.
I would have it. I would have that. I would have him higher than 25.
Yeah, no.
He's an RB2.
Yeah, if anything, he should be like 15th. He has an excellent matchup this week. All they want to do is run the football.
All they want to do is run the football.
That's all they want to do. Him and Manungai will be back to back to me. But yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with either option. As even Hampton sees a lot of passes out of the backfield as well. But I'm leaning towards Swift today.
Is he ranked that low because there's a possibility of him not playing this week?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I have no clue.
The Bears don't have the division locked up, right? Don't they have a berth?
Yeah, they have a playoff spot locked up, but nothing in stone yet. They have a chance of the 1 seed too. Like,
yeah, no, he's gonna play. Richard's eye must be totally messed up if it's happened. The broken eye or the orbital bone, that was after he got hurt in the preseason when he got his blitzed versus the Ravens, and we all said to ourselves, that's it, he just lost his job. He hurt his eye. He fractured his eye sometime between that and in the middle of the season or early in the season.
He fractured his eye in October.
Yeah, right. That wasn't in July. That July was when he, like, I don't know if he kind of sort of broke his finger when he got creamed.
Dang, it's crazy how many injuries he's had. That wasn't even that. In the summertime, he had a shoulder injury. And then during the season, he had a finger injury.
Yes.
And then he hurt his eye. Damn, man.
He had a shoulder injury, and everybody was thinking, oh, yeah, Daniel Jones he's got the leg up. And then Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones were, like, going to be alternating, the preseason, exhibition games, and then we all saw what happened to Anthony Richardson on the first play of the Ravens game, and from there, yeah, it's bad news. He's very, 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 very bad news. Alinda Goat. What's up, Alinda, baby Goat? 2 wides. Full point PPR. DJ Moore, BTJ, or Troy Franklin. 2 wides. Full PPR. I like DJ Moore if he's going to play. I mean, if Rome Odunze is not going to play again, I like DJ Moore. I think we could play DJ Moore again. He came down with one hell of a catch. He's going to definitely earn the trust of the quarterback and head coach. And then who would you go here? BTJ against the Colts or Troy Franklin? Now, BTJ kind of wet the bed for us again last week.
Can we put some credit to Pat Surtain a little bit? I think we should give him the credit for that.
Of course.
But he has the Colts this week who if you didn't watch the game yesterday, they're on their 4th and 5th string corners. So I think BTJ is a solid play this week. And then I probably would roll with Troy Franklin. I don't know. DJ Moore. If DJ Moore is still the only healthy wide receiver, I probably would go with DJ Moore.
I like the idea of Troy Franklin. I don't know I'm not sure how much Bo Nix is going to have to pass in that game. That's probably the only thing that's going to deter me from Troy Franklin. Not sure how much they need to really throw the ball. They're going to be up in the game. They're going to be ahead in the game, and all they have to do is just kill the clock. Troy Franklin is that good intermediate to deep ball guy. I would go with DJ Moore without Rome Odunze. Obviously, if Luther Burden's out, that helps as well. And let's go back to BTJ.
BTJ is the lock on all 3 of these.
Cortland Sutton. I mean, for all intents and purposes, Cortland Sutton is still involved there, but Pat Surtain was going to definitely impacted BTJ last week. And Jacoby Myers as well, the way they were rotating. Riley Moss still getting picked on in that game. I think the Jaguars will look to get BTJ more involved this week. Alinda Goat. The 49ers need to win out. Yeah, but they play the Seahawks, right? They play the Seahawks. So I mean, if they could beat the Seahawks, that gives them even a better advantage, or that gives them a better probability. Joe Shiesty or Trevor Lawrence. Joe Shiesty playing the Cardinals, right? Or Trevor Lawrence playing the Colts. T. Diggity Higgins or DJ Moore, Loveland, or Barner. Yeah, I mean, like Trevor Lawrence. Well, here's your Trevor Lawrence, War Chief. There he is. We were talking about Trevor Lawrence before we came on. We were talking about Trevor Lawrence. I mean, it's Joe Shiesty. Playing the Cardinals. You saw what he did to the Dolphins.
Yeah, I like Joe Burrow.
It's Joe Shiesty.
Yeah, then go ahead and just go ahead and stack it up with T. Higgins. And I would run with Barner. Loveland's has been a little bit too inconsistent for me. He's not really Caleb's not really looking for Loveland unless it's wide open, so I'll go with AJ Barner.
I think you almost got the same type of guy here. This is a boom bust touchdown dependent situation. So either or, if you like Caleb Williams to look to Colston Loveland for a second or tertiary read, it would be Loveland. Same thing applies to Darnold. If you like Sam Darnold to look for him in a second or tertiary read, because we know JSN's one, and we think we have either Rashid Shaheed / Cooper Kupp as the second.
Mm-hmm.
I would parse it out like that. Sniper. For the tight end situation, I'm being totally serious with you. That's how I would play it in my head. Who's got the better opportunity to get the eye of the quarterback? But for this quarterback, it's going to be Joe Shiesty. It's Joe Shiesty. You're welcome. You're welcome, Sniper. The above questions are for waivers. Okay, that's great. Put the claim in for the first guy. Put the claim in for the second guy. Now you do know. I'm pretty sure you know. You could technically go ahead and claim them all, and then just prioritize how you want it to go. Right? You could put the claim in for Joe Burrow. You could put the claim in for Trevor Lawrence and make sure Joe Burrow is on top of Trevor Lawrence. Same goes for any of these players. And you're doing that because you're doing that due to priority. If you have the lower priority, right? If you have the lower priority, you and let's say your opponent puts the claim in for Higgins, you get, as long as DJ Moore is there underneath Higgins for you, you get DJ Moore. That's how it goes. The above questions are for waivers. 49ers, the 49ers. What's up, Goats? The Goats are the Goats. There's the Michael B. Goat. The Michael B. Goat is the motherfucking Goat. And the Michael B. Goat is the motherfucking Goat. And the Tyler Goat. It's just very curious. Can you trade Richardson? I mean, his eye must be way messed up. It happened in July. I don't think that's the problem. I said that. I said that a few weeks ago, Tyler Goat, before this River stuff. I said there's no way that an orbital fracture is going to keep a competent quarterback off the field still with all that time that went by. They right, War Chief? They're not putting him on the field, period.
No, that relationship is severed. Like it's done.
They're going to have to trade him for like a seventh rounder if you could get that. If you could get that.
No, absolutely. He's going to be someone else's project. That relationship is done. It's done.
An orbital fracture. Think about this for a second, War Chief. Right? An orbital fracture. You have a helmet and a face guard.
You should play in 2 weeks. 2 weeks max.
2 weeks. He should have been back by like November 1st. Like the orbital fracture, right? Isn't that like here, like right in here somewhere? Come on, they want nothing to do with him on the football field, and that's unfortunate. That really is.
Yeah, like let's put in perspective. I want y'all to hear this again. They called a 44-year-old quarterback who has not played in 5 years before they could go. Can he play? Can the guy that we drafted 4th overall play? They said no. We're going to go with the coach.
I mean, and it's not like Phillip Rivers is an all-time Indianapolis Colts guy either. He spent the season there. I mean, who else did you call? I want to know who else you may have called that may have had like a little bit more time in Indianapolis. They could have orchestrated Joe Flacco to come back if like he would have asked for his release off the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like you want to talk about 1 year guys, but yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. And the Riley Leonard thing is perplexing too. Are you telling me that you made the wrong draft pick? That's what you're telling the league. What do you think about Derrick Henry with Tyler Huntley at quarterback? What do you think about Tyler? What do you think about Derrick Henry with Tyler Huntley at quarterback?
I love him. I still love him.
Tyler Huntley, for all our purposes here, actually operates their offense not terribly. He won a huge game for them earlier in the season, right? He won a huge game that kept them alive.
Who did they beat? Who was that game?
It was a team that they weren't supposed to beat.
Was it the Bears?
Maybe it was the Bears. They were on it, but the Ravens were on a skid with Lamar.
Yep.
Or no Lamar. They were on a skid with Lamar out. That wasn't too long ago. And you see how How some things just like bounce right out of the noggin.
Mm-hmm.
I think Derrick Henry's a must start there. I do.
Absolutely.
There's still there's a fumbling issue again. There was John Harbaugh in his presser was asked why Derrick Henry wasn't on the field for that like final drive, and John Harbaugh didn't have a really good answer. And then just answered candidly and said he should have been. Yeah, we want Derrick Henry out in the field in that situation. It would be wheels up for me in a Ravens must win. It would be wheels up for me as well. I really need a game from Bucka. Bucka. I really need a game. I really need a game from Bucky. He has been hurting me. No red zone touches. No, he had one. I think he had one in like the last few games that he's been back. The Buccaneers, Michael B. Goat. What are the other options here? Because you got to this game with Bucky Irving out for most of the season.
Pretty much.
So what are the alternative options? Doesn't mean that we're going to sit Bucky as of today, but depending on who you have to maybe swap in, start. Maybe Bucky takes the bench this week. Huntley is still running quarterback, but Huntley just didn't run himself. Everybody, I'm with you. We're with you.
Yeah,
I would put Tyler Scoop Huntley dog in the same classification right now as Malik Willis. The dudes that are competent to run this offense and not really screw it up. What up, Frankie Goat, baby? What up, Frankie Goat? There he is, the motherfucking Frankie Goat. Getting ready for the trip. Of course you are. Oh, this is going to be Joe Shiesty. It's going to be Joe Shiesty. Yeah, those Vikings, that Vikings defense quietly hasn't given up one touchdown in like the last 6-7 games. That's a fact. Quietly. There's you can't play Jared Goff here. I wouldn't do it, Frankie Goat. Here's the other thing. The Lions, they lost their running game. Have you seen War Chief? Are they? Where's Jameer Gibbs on the ground? Where's Monty on the ground?
Monty had two carries.
Last 2 weeks, 2 games. 2 weeks ago versus the Rams. This past week against the Steelers. They cannot run the ball. They are under 100 yards in the last 2 weeks, combined with 2 players.
Mm-hmm.
Now, yes, Gibbs did get it done in the air, absolutely, thankfully, but they have not been able to run the ball. Joe Shiesty's on a mission. He threw 4 touchdowns, 3 of them last week to Chase. It doesn't matter who's running the routes. Jamar hasn't had a touchdown yet since Burrow's been back. You don't think that they want to get something going? Frosty Goat. What up, Frosty, baby? Here's the Frosty G. Frankie Goat, let's go with Joe Shiesty, man. Joe Shiesty. You're playing the Cardinals. Cardinals? Who the Cardinals? Cardinals, that's not the St. Louis Cardinals.
No.
Right?
No, not the St. Louis Cardinals.
It's the motherfucking Arizona Cardinals. Terrible franchise.
I got one more week of the job, Cardinals. Let's see how long we're going to be here, Cardinals. We got the putting the house up for sale Cardinals.
I mean, Kyler Murray's done. I don't know whether they give Gannon another year or so. I mean, if they're going to keep Gannon, you got to get rid of his offensive coordinator. Then I'm fine. Well, Snipes. I mean, Broncos D, man. I mean, they give up points, but they do clamp down when it matters most. They really do clamp down. They were getting after the quarterback, but that's like, okay, what have you done for me lately? They have not gotten at the quarterback, right? Well, Chief, now I'm a Broncos guy here. You know this. Total defense, Snipes. Total defense. They're going to be ranked high for total defense. Yeah, they're ranked 4th for total defense, but passing the ball, passing defense, they are 10th. Pack is right above them at 9. And against the run, they're better. They're very good against the run. That's not PFF stats. I can give you PFF, which may be plus or minus what I just gave you. Broncos are a good team. They're not really creating turnovers. They are allowing some points. You can't run on them, but you could throw on them a little bit. I've got the Broncos, D. I love the Broncos. Broncos started for me this past week. I started them over Seattle. Worked out.
But I think we are. I mean, they're a good start against Kansas City.
Oh, that's
yeah.
God Almighty, that game's in Kansas City too.
It is.
That's like, how unfortunate is that? But on the other hand, it's like I bet you the people that are in like the scheduling department, like a whole department of people that like do this for the NFL. I bet you they knew this all along. Like, you know what? Based on our calculations and formulas and algorithms, no, they didn't expect Mahomes to be out for the year. But I got news for you: the Chiefs were on 6 wins before he got hurt. It didn't matter. But what's the alternative here? If it's not Broncos D, you're thinking about streaming them for the championship game. It's a good stream. And then you could maybe pair them with a linebacker that you like. Take him out, Sniper. Michael B. Goat flex to Rico. Michael Wilson. Tet. Bucky. All right, so here are the options, War Chief. Here are the options. We're going to flex to Rico, Michael Wilson, Tet, or Bucky.
I actually like Michael Wilson and Ted. I do.
I could see a rebound performance for Michael Wilson with Jacoby Brissett against the Bengals. I can, especially if that guy Turner, right, their best defender on the Bengals, would maybe look to guard Marvin Harrison Jr., right? I mean, if it goes that way, I could see Michael Wilson having a rebound game, and I would go with Tet right now.
Yeah. Canales is really messed up that backfield. So the way last game went was first and second down Rico got, and then Chuba got third down. If Rico got momentum, he would take him out regardless and put in Chuba. If Chuba got anything, he would just put Rico back in. Like he's really mismanaging that running back room, and it's hurting us as fantasy owners. We don't know how to read it, and it's kind of hurting their team too. But yeah, this is the positional matchups. I'll go with Michael Wilson and McMillan and Bucky. Bucky's not even getting in the red zone, so I can't do Bucky right now.
I don't know if it's just. I know you said earlier whether it's he's not.
I don't think he's healthy.
I don't think he's healthy both ways. How about that?
Yeah, I don't think he's healthy, and I don't think he's healthy. Healthy, not healthy here, not healthy here.
Yes. And that's not a good place to be if we are in fact correct. The only thing is the Panthers are playing the Seahawks. So if we expect the Seahawks to be up in the game, we expect Carolina to have to pass the ball.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucs, on the other hand, Bucs don't have an easy game this week. No game should be easy at this point of the year, but the Bucs they do have an easy game.
Yeah, the Dolphins.
You got the Dolphins.
Yeah.
They don't have to travel very far. It's not really that. It's not like a crazy road game. The Dolphins run defense. Let's take a look at that.
It is also, man. It's like they're only using Bucky as a rusher, and they're not giving him any passes.
Sean
They're
Tucker.
not giving him no red zone.
Sean Tucker.
Yeah.
My guy Sean Tucker.
When they're within the 5-yard line, they give it to Sean Tucker. If it's a passing down, they give it to Rachaad White. Like, yeah, man, it's all bad for Bucky right now.
Yeah, it's not very good at all. No. It's a testament to you, Michael B. Goat, that again, Bucky Irving, he drafted him high, right, back in August or very, very, very early September. You drafted him like within the first few rounds. You've had him on your roster, and you're right here. Boom, week 17, Michael B. Goat. It's a testament. Dolphins against the run. That's what I was looking up. The Dolphins. MIA. That's what they are, really. MIA. They're below average, ranked 21st. And I guess so. Yeah, but then we're throwing in a 3 RBBC, 3 horses there. Michael B. Goat. Well, let's come up with a final determination for you either tomorrow, since that game is on Sunday. We can do it by Saturday. By the way, Goats, we will be on tomorrow. Special holiday starts it for the Thursday slate. We will be back on Friday, and of course we'll be back on Saturday. We recognize, of course, there are 2 games on Saturday. I will be on sandwiched in between both those games. Then we can watch the games together if you like. Sniper. Hint, hint. I'm too scared to play dart. You should Tron Go to be kind of, I've been saying this for like a few weeks now. It's finally come to it. War Chief, it's come to this.
Mm-hmm.
There's chatter going on already that the Giants may move off of him. If they stay in pole position 1, first pick, they may go after Mendoza and move off of Dart and get a haul for Dart.
It's not the worst.
It's not. This is and to support that, the reports are that this was not Joe Shane's guy, but he did it for Dable.
Mm-hmm.
But that makes you scratch your head, because then you should have never fired Dable. But there was too many mistakes. So yeah, we get it. I'm too scared to play dart. I would be scared too. I got Bo Callahan. Or you could drop Dart for to stack with Olave and Juwan Johnson.
I will go with Tyler.
You know what, Tron Go, baby? That's like rolling the dice, baby. That's like stepping up to the plate. You know it's 3-2. You know the fastball's coming. And you're going to hit this shit right out of the park. See, now I'm just a tiny bit. I'm going to play devil's advocate. I'm like, okay, what if the bottom falls out on Tyler Shook and Chris Olave this week? They've been heroes, especially Chris Olave has been a hero. And because it's still a rookie, because the Saints are going on the road, I don't know. They're on a win streak. What if that comes to an end? Bo Nix is still going to – isn't Bo Nix still the safer play here? But again, I wouldn't be mad at the Shook Olave stack with Juwan as well. War Chief, right? No whiskey, no biscuit. War Chief, no whiskey.
Yeah, no, I would go with Shug. Yeah, so no, he's earned us learning his name and saying it right. I don't know how to say it. I'll figure it out. But
Sure.
He's played well enough that we didn't know his name.
It's like Tyler Shug.
I don't know if it's Shug or Sugar. I don't know how to say it, honestly. I don't.
Just like this. Look. Tet doesn't want us to call him Tet. Does that stop us from calling him Tet?
Okay, Tyler Shug.
I'm going to call him Shug. That's it.
Okay, we'll call him. Okay, but against Tennessee this week, I would take Tyler Shug over Dart for sure. And Bo Nix, yeah, absolutely. I don't think the Cinderella run stop now. I don't think it does.
All right. Look, again, I'm on board with the play only for the fact, like, okay, it's like a little bit no risk it, no biscuit. B, if it comes in, it's going to come in. Or C, it could go very badly. But I think it's not a bad play. Tron Goat's got that good fantasy juju right now. That aura of just winning shit, winning championships is what Tron does. Pick two: Evans, Myers, Tet, Michael Wilson. It's still going to be hard to sit Mike Evans with Baker. It's Baker's go-to guy.
Yeah.
It's Baker's go-to guy. I'm going to start Evans. Well, I'm not going to get cute there. Now it's between Jacoby, Tet, or Michael Wilson. Jacoby almost had a touchdown again this past week.
Yeah,
dropped it. Uncharacteristically dropped it.
Yeah, he's a serious part of that offense. It's hard for me to not play Jacoby Myers.
Yeah, they haven't. I don't think they've lost since Jacoby Myers has got traded there. I think I would feel good with Jacoby Myers. I would feel good with Michael Wilson even.
But I also go with either one.
It's definitely got to be
Mike Evans.
It's definitely got to be Evans. What up, Nate Goat, baby? What up, the motherfucking Nate Goat? Sup, Goat? You made it to the chip. Of course, you made it to the chip, Nate Goat. Just another message to all my goats. Just a message now. Because sometimes your shepherd forgets. I'm gonna wish all you guys a very happy holidays from the commissioner, the war chief, myself, and the actual boss right there in the middle happens to be my sister. Happy holidays. We appreciate you all. Okay, Packers. A little pepper. I have a higher priority. I'll get back to you. I'll get back to that sniper. Subcoats made it to the chip. Made it to the chip. Had Kittle go down though. So you have Kittle. Would you pick up Bretton Strange, Jake Tungies, Taysom Hill off waivers? Also, if Kittle does play, he probably won't do much when you start Strange.
I think Strange is a high priority for you to get.
Probably you're probably in the safest spot with Strange, with also, ironically, with the highest ceiling for a tight end out of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the tongue is. Let's say Kittles doesn't play, and Jake Tongues do. Right? We just saw what Brock Purdy could do. He could sling it all over the place if he wants. So Jake Tongue's ceiling isn't that high, even if he does score. It's not gonna be. It won't be that high of a fantasy game. And Taysom Hill, again, we saw what we did. I put him on the. I'm paying homage to Taysom Hill, Nate Goat, because we may not see him again. He may retire. He got that production because it may have been his last game at the Mercedes-Benz Dome. What up, Tingley, baby? What up, Tingley Goat, baby? It ain't Dart, Tingley, baby. It's Brock. 4 touchdowns. Oh, Law. I see Trevor.
About touchdown.
It was his best game. It's not likely to duplicate that type of performance, but I can't trust Baker right now playing for their lives, although it is against the Dolphins. I wouldn't trust Baker. Definitely not Jackson, Dart, Tingley, Goat. That experiment is not doing very well right now. And I think the Giants want to stay where they are. Number one. Number one as in like the worst team, as in the first pick of the draft. Which is amazing to me. They are actually silently tanking right now.
Giants and Raiders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then playing each other. right? They're playing
Yeah,
each
they
other.
are. They're playing each other.
Like, who could lose worse? Or who could lose better? It's ridiculous. Not one person should go to that game. You should protest. I bet your tickets are like $20.
GT for the win on championship week
Yeah.
after having 15 terrible weeks. You come through with 16-17. Come on, GT. Come on, baby.
God almighty, man. Baker Dog. Tingley Goat, baby. It's going to be 3 or 4 here. 4-point passing touchdown. You know what? I was actually surprised Brock didn't take one himself. You're not going to get that from, well, you are getting that from Trevor Lawrence. You're not going to get that from Baker, and you're not really going to get that. I don't think you're going to get that from Dart anymore. Let's go with the better team. Let's go with the team that's offense looks good. Let's look at which team do we think is going to have the more offensive yards through the air? Let's do that, Tingley Goat. Let's do that. Baker. Baker's disappointing season, man. He may have to go back to that quarterback camp. You know, where they all go, the quarterbacks go. Orlando Gadsden is not in anymore. Juwan Johnson, Barnum and Bailey, Dalton Schultz, Theo, PPR with no premium, Tingley Goat. The Chargers are playing the. Who are the Chargers playing again? Chargers are playing. I usually have my games memorized by the middle of the week. Should have it done. The Chargers playing the Texans. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good, Tingley Goat.
Not good. Not good at all.
It's not good. It's not that good.
I think it's Jawan.
I like Schultz in the same game. Although that defense has been doing well. The Chargers against tight ends. The Chargers against tight ends. LAC. Well, the Chargers are very good against tight ends. So it says. 5th best. Frankie Goat. Let's go. It's going to be Johnson here, Tingley Goat. I'm sorry. It's going to be Johnson here. Oh, man. Frankie Goat. How did you make it this far with Flowers? Frankie Goat. I want to know your secret. How did you do it? How did you do it with Flowers? You know, J-Mo hasn't been that much better. And the Lions, they've got themselves a must-win game versus the Vikings. The Vikings are really not allowing any passing touchdowns. They've been quietly like locked down. Vikings versus wide receivers. Number one, Frankie, against wide receivers. Now, let's not look at this in a vacuum, because we do expect the Lions to score some points, and we do expect, let's say Jared Goff gets you 1 touchdown in this game through the air. Who's more likely to get this done? J-Mo, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tesla, Jahmyr Gibbs through the air. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with that? They're number 1 against wide receivers right now, currently. So if it's one or the other, I'm probably going to go with Flowers.
Ooh. Oh man, I'm gonna stick with JMO, but I understand your reasoning. I can't. I don't know. Huntley with Flowers.
Maybe it's
Green Bay.
Maybe it's a J-Mo end around. Jet sweep.
Could be.
I mean, yeah, these are possibilities for J-Mo for sure. Absolutely.
I'm just looking at it because I think, like I said, they're both tough matchups. I'm just gonna pick the best quarterback I got. I'm just gonna pick Jared Goff over Tyler Huntley in both bad matchups. That's how I look at it. But I understand your reasoning behind say Flowers.
I don't disagree. I could buy that. I would honestly, if it was me, Frankie Goat, if it was me, I'm still amazed that you have Flowers on your team.
Yeah, no,
Zay Flowers. It's like, okay, like I wonder if someone could interview Zay Flowers. How many fantasy championships, Zay, do you think you were on for managers? His answer better be like 1. I was on Frankie Goats. Other than that, I did not do well this season. You're very welcome, Sniper. Yeah, I don't like Caleb. I don't like Caleb anything. He had a good season. He's what we used to call a perfect game manager. You like that one, War Chief? Is he a game manager? Of course he's a game manager. He manages their game. Right? He's a game manager. He's a game manager. He's a system quarterback. Yeah, of course he's a system quarterback. That system actually just runs the ball very, very well, and he thrives off of it. I have a higher priority, and I'm putting in the claim for the Broncos D. If that's who you want first, then then you know that you have the Broncos on roster come 3 a.m. Eastern. That's all. But you don't. Now again, you could still put in the claims for the other positions, for the other players that you mentioned above. Just let's not be surprised if your opponent, right, also puts a claim in for any of these players, whether it's to block you or whether it's for him to decide whether he wants to start or sit. So I would still put the claims in for these players. If you want the Broncos, perfect. If you want them before any other player, perfect. So they're first. You probably, if without looking, War Chief, I think you have isn't this the Davante Adams team? If this is the Davante Adams team, then you probably have 2 spots. You could swap out the defense for the Broncos, and you're dropping Davante on top of it for another player. So you could conceivably carry your quarterback that you played with last week, week 16. You could continue to keep him on roster if you wanted, while adding another quarterback or whatever other position that you wanted, like T or so on and so forth. You could conceivably do that by you're therefore dropping Davante Adams. You don't need Davante Adams anymore. Unfortunately, he's not going to play.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So you don't have to worry about him suiting up next week. It don't matter. Chong Goat, baby. Is the Chong in the motherfucking Chong. Chong is the Chong. The Chong is the Chong. Yep. All right. I like that. Struggling at the flex.
You're struggling, Tron? I don't think you're struggling.
I don't know how we get off Kenny G.
We cannot.
I don't know how we get off of that.
Kenny G.
That's another receiver.
He's Christian McCaffrey light right now. He's seeing 20% target share of the passing attempts.
Perfectly said.
Yeah, you start Gainwell as a RB1 right now.
I mean, Jalen Warren may eat again. Okay, might.
Don't say that name around me.
But that does not take away Kenny G either, though. It won't. It will not remove Kenny G out of the equation. It's not like Jalen Warren's all of a sudden going to just like cannibalize Kenny G at this point. Especially with Mr. DeKalen.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Especially now that they're down an actual wide receiver. Oh, it would be such a epic, colossal, like face plant if Kenny G didn't get you the average points that he's been getting us, which is around what 13, 14.
Yeah, about 15 points again.
I mean that's 3 points, Chongo. Yeah,
cooking.
You definitely added Kenny G at some point in this season. No one drafted this guy. Would you stick with the number 1 Seattle D versus Carolina, or pick up New England over the Jets? Oh, you could pick up New England over the Jets. Oh yeah. Don't you worry. That's the other team in this area that's tanking as well.
Yeah, I'll do pick up New England.
You could pick up New England over the Jets without a problem. No problem. It'll be a little bit more competitive with Carolina against Seattle. A little bit more. We saw the Colts actually put up some points on Seattle. We saw the Rams put up some points against Seattle. So all of a sudden, Seattle's defense isn't looking that nasty. Kind of, sort of like the Broncos. So they're allowing points, but they do get it together when they have to. Oh, dude, the New England Patriots over the Jets. Robert Kraft is salivating over this. It could just to step on their throats when they're down. Salivating. I don't blame them either. I don't blame them one bit. Packers. Kind of.
Oh yeah, no, still very good. Still very good. I don't look at giving up. How many points they give up? 13 points in a matter of 3 minutes. I don't look at that as a bad defense. This is a unfortunate set of things happening.
That the play shouldn't have really existed.
Yeah.
You know, we can make that case. We can make that on Michael Carter, who ever is the running back for the Packers. It would be Emmanuel Wilson.
Emmanuel Wilson, yeah.
Over Michael Carter.
Absolutely.
Just to double check, we're going Harvey overall.
Yes.
We sure are. We're going to continue to ride RJ.
Brees has been on Zillow. He's looking at different apartments and different.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him one bit. You know, he should be. You know where he should be looking? He should be looking in that new suburbs where the Chiefs are going to be building their new stadium. That's where he should.
Overland Park, Kansas.
Yeah,
that's where
is that where it is? Overland Park, Kansas. Yeah. That's right. I bet you the land is cheap as you know what there. That's where you should be looking. Well,
yeah.
Deal Rams D. Definitely Frankie Goat. Well, Broncos D or Rams D? Rams D or Broncos D? Just who are the Rams gonna play this week?
Atlanta. I'll go with Broncos D or Rams D.
Yeah, you're playing a third stringer.
Yeah.
And Travis Kelce.
Hey, for anybody in the chat, without Googling, spell the Chiefs starting quarterback name right now. You got 5 seconds. Go. Spell it correct. Spell it. Go.
I wouldn't even ask you to do that. But don't bother. I don't want you guys to do that. I'm keeping my linebacker, Jack Campbell. The Jack Campbell.
Yes, you should. You should definitely keep Jack Campbell.
Campbell soup. What if the Vikings can't run the ball? Does that kind of render Jack Campbell? You know what I mean? Like, when you get all your points from linebacker because of the tackles. You know what? I'm not going to tell you. Change your IDP. It would be the Broncos here. Yeah. Keep Jack Campbell. Absolutely. Would you flex Jawan over Bucka? I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, no.
Glad he's on. Very nice. There's 3 games on Christmas. Sure are.
Mm-hmm.
They sure are. Tyler Shook. Tyler Shook. Hurts or Joe Burrow?
Burrow.
If it's, again, based on that scoring over there, and if you're getting like the rushing attempts, the rushing first downs, then it might be Jalen Hurts. If it's a regular league where it's like, okay, normalized scoring, it would be Joe Shiesty.
I'm going Joe.
You probably.
It's a really tough matchup for the Eagles this week.
That's true also. Made it to the ship, baby! That's right, Steve. Tex, baby.
Steve.
Congratulations, man. Fuck yeah. Made it to the ship. Is it Allen or Purdy? I don't want to get too cute because Josh Allen had a poor game. Although Purdy looked very, very good. Let's not get that crazy cute.
Yeah, Steve, don't make the same mistake that I did. There's a reason. There's a reason why I'm playing in two third place games this week. You start your studs. I know Josh Allen didn't have a good week last week, but you start your studs no matter what. You start Josh Allen. Don't get cute. I know we just saw from Purdy. Don't get cute.
Look, it was Monday Night Football, right? The Colts defense was, well, they're not a bad unit. The 49ers offense is like really like in good rhythm. Um, the 49ers are playing out of their minds. So good. But that's where it stops. And then it starts with Josh Allen. I would not get cute sitting Josh Allen. God forbid this man does one of his Superman things.
Mm-hmm.
In week 17. And Purdy does his normal things.
Two touchdowns.
And 250.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns and 250. Well, Josh Allen has 250, 70 rushing yards, and 4 touchdowns.
If that's the Christmas promotion, the NBA and the NFL is trying to hijack it with 3 bad games. Yeah, there is that case. There is that kind of debate. I mean, now the bad games part, there's no way they really could have known that the Chiefs were going to be in this situation with 6 wins in the other games. Who are the other ones? I don't even know yet. Where are they? Here they are. They are Christmas Day. Ooh, the Lions and Vikings divisional game. That's not terrible. It's not for any division, but it's not terrible. And then the other divisional game, the Cowboys and Commanders. That's a terrible game. I'll give you that one.
It's a pretty bad game.
That's a bad game. Jerry versus the Commanders. My opponent already told me he's trying to block me, but he doesn't know who you're he doesn't know who you're going after. So he can try to block you all he wants. Right? If it's a short bench like it is in that league, he has no idea who you're going after. The Detroit defense versus the Vikings or the New York Giants day. It's not the New York Giants day. Rob Goat. There's absolutely no good reason why you would play the New York Giants defense.
Detroit defense versus Brosmer every single day of the week.
Yeah, I would take that matchup for sure, Rob Goat. Or I'm sure you've got another one somewhere on roster. If you're thinking about streaming one of these two, you probably had one this past weekend that you won with, Rob Goat. That you won with. Also, Gainwell may see more targets, but yes, absolutely. This is what we are definitely factoring that.
Absolutely.
Lamar for quarterback. Not this week, my friend. So need to shop the wire for my starting quarterback spot for my championship week. I hate that I'm even having to say that. That's all right. Robbie Goat. Look, you made it to your semifinals with Lamar on roster this entire season. Streaming one for this week, it's going to be all right. Trust me. You could get another quarterback off the wire to get you that same 20 points that Lamar was getting these last few weeks.
Shook for the win.
Tyler Shook obviously comes to mind, sure.
What
about even Cam Ward, who's been playing better?
That's a reach.
Kirko.
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Who else? We're just throwing names out there right now.
I forget a whole lot. Maybe. Oh man, who's out there right now? I mean Malik Willis, of course.
I'd be nervous with that one. That's the definition of game manager. He'll
But is
throw.
the rushing upside.
Yeah, yeah, you do get some of that.
I mean, maybe Aaron Rodgers is still available,
Rodgers isn't
but
a bad
he is
one.
playing the Browns though.
Rodgers is not a bad one. Shador playing the Steelers?
No, I don't like that one.
I think I'd be more comfortable with Cam Ward. What about Bryce Young? Is Bryce Young out there?
You could be. I like Shiggy Cookie.
What about Phillip Rivers?
Oh gosh, that's not a bad one either. It's not a bad one. That's not a bad one. Phil Rivers, yeah, against the Jags.
What do we know about Overland Park?
Oh, if you guys did not know, Jags went to Kansas State University, so I know about Overland Park. I know about Overland Park, yeah, the whole area.
And I just know things. Strong
He just knows things.
I'm a freak at geography. It's true. And that's why the Chiefs are building their new stadium around there.
Mm-hmm.
They're moving out of the state of Missouri.
Yep.
Thank you very much, boys. Well, thank you very much, Sniper. Thank you very much, boys. Well, thank you very much, Sniper. Thank you very much, boys. Phillip Rivers is a good quarterback, but in reality, he's pretty good for 44 years old, and he has so much character. Love watching him.
Sniper said it best. He's good for 44 years old. That's exactly right.
You ever see the movie? You've seen Unnecessary Roughness? Long time ago, that old school football movie, like the Texas. It's not the Longhorns, but like it's kind of like depicted like the Longhorns bringing this old quarterback back to college at 44 years old.
No, I've never seen
And
that.
it's an old school flick. Kathy Ireland is a female field goal kicker. I encourage everybody to go check out Unnecessary Roughness. Jason Bateman. All right, Goats.
Yeah, can't be that old.
No, he was a baby. Well, not baby, but he was like in his teens. Yeah, it's not that old, but then again, it's kind of old. It's a movies of like the late 80s, mid to late 80s. Unnecessary Roughness. I bet you Rhino knows it, since he's 80 years old himself. Rob Goat and the Sniper Goat and the Tron Goat. We're gonna be on early tomorrow, guys. Early. It'll be between 5 and 5:30. I hope to see you all there. For the first special holiday start sit. War Chief.
Good 1991. Shit. That's what it came out. To me, that's not that old. I don't know.
I was close. I said late 80s.
Yeah, you're right.
This is available. Jackson Dargino, Mariota. I forgot about Mariota. Not Quinn Ewers. Shook Darnold. Darnold's not a bad.
Darnold.
Darnold is the safest one out of these here,
mm-hmm.
and will get you some. And is going to get you some points.
I like Darnold.
Rob, you would go Darnold. I would pick up two of these guys. This is your championship. Make sure your opponent's not going to look to block you now because of Lamar.
Mm-hmm.
Your opponent might look to go pick up Cousins or Rodgers because he knows you need a quarterback. So I would go and I would add Shook and Sam Darnold. No problem. I would probably steer away from Rodgers. You have no rushing upside, and he's got the Browns. Shador Sanders, it's kind of the opposite. Like he's way too inconsistent right now. Bryce Young isn't a bad play, but I don't expect. He's not lighting the world on fire like we want him to. He had 2 touchdowns, but they were like 180 yards. I mean, like that's not very good. It's not. It is, but it's not. All right, Goats. Frankie Goat. Appreciate you, Frankie Goat. Really appreciate you. Come on, man. This is what we do, Rob Goat. This is what we do. Don't forget, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Sniper's about to. No, I'm going to do that one. All right, guys. We'll be back again tomorrow, 5:30. See you tomorrow. Hopefully, Rhino's. Hopefully, I don't have to buy my own computer.
Go Geek Squad.
Go. The Geek Squad. Is that still around, the Geek Squad?
Yeah, it's still around.
That's what he should be on the phone.
Make a difference.
He should be on the phone with the Geek Squad right now.